Shalom, Yahbashem Yahushua, Barakathon to my brothers, and Yahweh Shamar, Alathan, Bahashem Yahushua to my sisters. This is Thursday, I.S.U.P.K, Milwaukee Thursday Scripture Breakdown class. This is where you ask all your questions concerning the Bible. You understand? This or concerning life, or concerning, anything. You understand? Scripture breakdown is for you to get broken down the scriptures that you don't understand. Okay? So I.S.U.P.K Milwaukee Scripture breakdown is every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay? So come and ask your questions. Ask your questions. Go ahead and write your questions in the comments and whatnot. Facebook, I'm not able to see your comments on Facebook, but I'll have someone looking at the comments on Facebook to let me know if there's any questions. YouTube, I can see the questions on YouTube from StreamYard. All right, let's get started. We're gonna go over police brutality, how the police brutalize the Lord's chosen people. All right, and that goes back to back into slavery days. You understand? The police are the modern day slave catcher. They're the modern day slave catcher. You understand? Back then in slavery and whatnot, you had slave catchers and whatnot. You had the people that was overseeing the slaves. You understand? While the rich man or the upper class was in the house, doing whatever or whatnot, you had white men that was out there in the field keeping an eye on us. You understand? You had the so-called taskmaster. Okay, the police is just the modern day taskmaster. You understand? They're the modern day slave catcher. They even have the badges from back in the day. Back then, if you was a slave catcher one night, you had a badge. You had a badge, and that badge represented your authority. Okay, it's just today. You understand? You got police officers wearing badges, and that badge is supposed to be a symbol of their authority. Okay, but we're gonna go over some of the videos. All right, some of the videos where it shows an example of police brutality. Police, I'm gonna tell you right now, police don't give a damn about, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indian people. The Lord's chosen people, which are the Israelites, according to the Bible, the biblical Israelites. Okay, and another thing is the Jews are black. Okay, the Jewish people are not the real Jew. All right, I just want to throw that out there in the lights of Kanye West. Saying on various media outlets that the Jews are black. Okay, so I have a couple of videos that's set up. That's going to break. We're going to break down the videos. We're going to break down how police lacks compassion. They lack compassion. They lack a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? They lack remorse when they're dealing with the Lord's people. But on the opposite side, they show that same emotions, what I just explained to their people. They're patient with their people. They show remorse to their people. You understand? They show kindness to their people. But to the Lord shows the people is brutality. You understand? It's brutality. It's fear, and that's what it is. It's a game of fear. All right. How you think they're supposed to control you? They control you through fear. When you driving down the road and whatnot, and you see those lights pull up behind you, guess what you do? Your heart drop. You understand? Your heart start beating fast. Your heart start beating fast. Why? Because you don't know if you're going to get out that situation. How many of us that's been in that type of situation where you got pulled over by the police and whatnot, and then you just start praying to God, man, that you get up out of that, that situation. You praying to the Lord that you don't lose your life today. You're praying to the Lord that you're able to go back to your family. Okay, many of us has done that. You understand? Police pull up behind you. You understand? The lights is going off and whatnot. And first of all, what scares you is the lights. You understand? You got the red and blue lights. Just real bright, extra bright. It's kind of blinding. All right, it's like you don't see them coming until the last minute, until the lights get flickered on. That's when they pop up, and what it does is it makes your heart drop, makes your heart sink. Okay, and the police stepping out the squad car, walking up to your window one night, and you just praying that this encounter goes well. You praying that this encounter, you know what I'm saying, don't end up with a gun in the back of your head or your head shot off. Okay. And then that goes, and we're going to, first of all, we're going to put, before I get this video, we're going to pull the scripture. We're going to go to Lamentations chapter 4 and 18. All right? Go to Lamentations 4 and 18. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concern, okay, go ahead. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and put them in the comments. Okay, and also what I wanted to talk about, before I get into my topic, we're going to talk about Operation Reservation, all right? This is going to be the second annual Native Reservation winter gear giveaway, okay? And the location, it's going to be November 18th, 2022. The location will be the Menominee Reservation at W2818 Warrenton Road. Kashina, Wisconsin, 54135. All right. And the number that you want to call is 312-989-4628. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the chat. All right. But I want y'all to go ahead and give what you can, donate clothes. You understand what this is? This is going to be this is an operation, you know what I'm saying, to help out the tribe of Gad, our so-called Native Indian brothers and sisters that's suffering on those reservations, man. You understand? The winter months is here, and guess what? On those reservations, the weather gets real brutal. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. As brothers and sisters, man, we got to come together, man, and help the tribe of Gad, man. Come together and help these brothers and sisters on the Menominee reservations, and not only the Menominee reservations, the reservations all over. Okay, the reservations all over. All right, give me 1 second. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and type it in the chat. Wow, so the class is up. No, sir. I was teaching class, sir.
Okay, no sweat. Everybody else.
Cut it out. No
sweat. Okay, I'll take it from
you. Yeah, come, sir.
You got the videos and everything ready?
Yeah, come, sir. I just got to show you how to do it.
Make sure your phone's on mute.
Cool.
All right. All right, let me see. Make sure my phone on mute while I'm telling y'all to make sure your phone on mute. All right, go ahead while I'm doing this. Show me what I got to do, Chris.
Okay, to get to the video, right now we're screen sharing. So what you want to do in order to play the video, go up to the tab, hit the YouTube.
I'm gonna just have you do it. You can just reach on over and do it.
Okay, come on.
Let me ask you another question.
Come on.
Let's see. Go. All right, hey, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah brought a thumb to all my brothers, and Yahweh Shamar Thun by Shem Yahweh Shah to all my sisters. You understand? This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna, based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So, you know, had a couple things we're gonna talk about today. You know what I'm saying? A couple pressing topics that you know what I'm saying, been going on in the earth and that's been going on in Milwaukee. Real atrocious things, like, you know, and we can't expect anything less from our enemies. The problem is we're not in a fight, our enemies are. We still not seeing this as an attack from our enemy, yet our enemy is down there like fighting somebody that they got their guard down. That's not even in a fight. It's like it's like damn near you ever seen a video where, you know, people get in a fight and somebody get knocked down? It's like that. That's what the battle looking like right now. We knocked out. We out of the game. But there's no the referee hasn't broken it up yet. You understand? Somebody's allowing in this ring, somebody's allowing, you know what I'm saying, a referee, you know what I'm saying, to not break it up. But there is a judge that's gonna come on the scene. You know what I'm saying? And when he come on the scene, he gonna break everything up. You know what I'm saying? The referee haven't stepped in yet. So right now we knocked out, getting beat up by this damn devil. You know what I'm saying? But sooner or later we'll be in a fight. It's like that. You looking at things in the world happen where the Lord's anger, you know what I'm saying, is growing. The Lord's cup is filling up. You see what I'm saying? Not only is it filling up on what our enemies are doing, but it's also filling up on the wicked of Israel, because your Christian pastor should have been, you know what I'm saying, stepped in the way and, you know, came a while. And now it takes somebody like Kanye West, a rapper from the south side of Chicago, you know what I'm saying, a Negro in the world who got him some billions. It take him to come on the scene and do something that your Christian pastor should have done since Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying, he was for sure a sellout. But now you looking at Kanye West step up to try to do the job that we do. We've been doing this job for a long time, but let me tell you something. Kanye West is saying everything that he should be saying, or at least he's kindling the anger that, you know what I'm saying, that should be stirring some things up. And you got to commend Kanye West for that, because it took a lot of guts and it took a lot of gall to do that. I just pray the brother don't, you know what I'm saying, apologize. He didn't, you know, when people be like, yeah, it's time to be, I'm unapologetically black. That's what Kanye West need to be right now. He need to be unapologetically all about his people. Difference between Kanye West and us is we're built for the long run. You know what I'm saying? And we've already given everything up in this world anyway. So nothing else to give up except for our life, and we'll gladly do that too. All right. But we got a couple stories. If you can get them, ZQ, we got a couple stories. I want to get to the first one. I want to get to is the one here in Milwaukee that happened here in Milwaukee. If you could pull that up. A young brother, you know what I'm saying, a young brother, disabled brother, man, got choked out by a damn devil in Milwaukee. And, you know, it just was bad, man. It was bad how, you know, it was just bad. And of course we see this all the time, everywhere. But now, you know what I'm saying, let's highlight this one real quick. Let's play the video about Rashad.
Hey, sold. I'm recording you. Let go of the
Go ahead, neck. Record.
Let go of his neck. He's not going.
Stole a bike right out of a friend of mine's yard.
Let go of his shirt. Let go of his neck. Let go of his neck. Okay, you're fine. You ain't gotta hold his neck.
I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it.
Take that back.
Yeah, I didn't touch it. For real, I didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Take that back. Right.
Sold.
I want y'all to give me the scripture where it says. I'm trying to give me the scripture where it said that he wouldn't regard it the old or the young and the old. You know what I'm saying? Let's play this while we doing
Record.
Let go of his neck. He's not going
Stole a
anywhere.
bike right out
Sir,
of a friend of
sir.
mine's yard.
Let go of his shirt. Let go of his neck.
I didn't.
Let go of his neck. Okay, you're fine. You ain't gotta hold his
No,
neck.
I
Sir.
didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. Yeah, I didn't touch it. For real, I didn't touch it.
Yeah, one of this kid over here, one of his friends stole a bike right out of a friend of mine's yard. Okay, my address is 2143 South 25th Street.
Don't try
Yeah, I didn't touch it. Yeah, I'm for real. I feel on God. I didn't touch it.
Yeah.
Are you? No sweat. Y'all bear with us, you know what I'm saying? I'm learning. We're learning these things right now, you know what I'm saying? But as you can see, you know, the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, first of all. And he don't give a damn if it's not only just a young or old, but this brother right here, this young brother is obviously mentally challenged. You know what I'm saying? And this is why, you know what I'm saying, we cried out to the Lord. We got to keep crying out to the Lord. But here's what else you got to do. Your sons who are able, your sons need to come up in here and put boots on the ground up in here in the Israelite school E.P.K. You understand? If they don't, you're going to continue to watch. How many times? Now, what did happen was Black Lives Matter came on the scene and they did a little cookout in front of the man's house. Played a bunch of noise and disturbed the peace. And that was not effective. That was not the effective way to fight oppression. You want to know how you fight oppression? You change the neighborhood. How do you change the neighborhood? When I say the neighborhood, I mean the people in the neighborhood. You grab the mind of the people in the neighborhood and then you change it. But this right here sickens me because how in the hell are you going to assault somebody? You understand? The same thing happened to Trayvon Martin. You know that, right? The same thing happened to Trayvon Martin. And if he would have called the police, he did call the police, and he didn't tell the police that he was choking him. The police would have told him, let him go. This is exactly what happened with Trayvon Martin. And Trayvon Martin died over something that wasn't even a crime. You see? And now what do we have to do? We have to learn from Trayvon Martin. We have to learn from these type of incidents. After a while, you're going to see the Lord his wrath is going to hit to the top of the cup. You know what I'm saying? Figuratively speaking, but check this out. This is a cup, right? And this cup right here represents the Lord's anger. Inside of this cup is poured up with a bunch of blood and war and death. You understand? After a while, it's going to overflow. You got that scripture I need, though? You got the scripture. All right, no, so let's get it.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 50. I'm sorry, so I'm starting at verse 49.
Please.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee.
Now, here the Lord, he did allow a nation to come against us. A nation that you love. This nation, you can't tell a black man that God gonna come and bring hell's fury on him without them, stand up against you. But none of that, this don't happen. What we just seen on the screen, that don't happen to nobody else but us. Go ahead, read.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth.
Now, when the Native Indians seen these people, guess what? They knew that they came by boat, so they came from afar. These people, meaning, and they're not just talking about that, it just means these people ain't close to us. These people came from afar. It's like, these people are different. They're foreign. They're aliens. They're strange to us. They don't live like us. They don't walk like us. Don't talk like us. They're murderers. They take up all the resources. These people are different. Go ahead.
As swift as the eagle flies.
Now, everybody knows that the eagle flies swift when it comes to come down on their prey. This is how the white man, this is how our oppressors are. At this point, I'm going to say the white man. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Kanye done turned it up. He done turned up the heat. I got to say the white man, Salaki. I hope I don't get checked. You know what I'm saying? But the white man, the way he on us quick, ain't he? That boy, he seen that boy steal a bike. And guess what? The bike wasn't even stolen. It was his bike. According to what I saw, from what I heard. It was the boy's bike. It wasn't his neighbor. It wasn't his neighbor's bike. You understand? But he was on him like white on rice. And that's how the white man is on our neck, man. The white man quick to put a foot on our neck, quick to tell us what we should do, quick to blame us for the crimes that we do. Meanwhile, white people make up the most they make up the higher percentage of violent crimes in America. They make up the highest percentage of larceny in America, non-violent crimes in America. This is the white man that do this. They're more of a criminal than you are. Yet in the media, they'll paint the picture and tell you that you are the blacks and Hispanics. They tell you are the problem. They call the Hispanics, they call the Mexicans rapists. Meanwhile, you look at the statistics, white people are the ones who rape the most people in America. And they've been doing it, and this is their history. They say that we none but drug dealers, but the number one drug dealer are white people, federal people, the federal government, Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump and George Bush and hell, what's the boy name? Richard Nixon. You understand? I said boy for a reason. I'm telling you, give a hand up, give a hand to Kanye West. He told that devil exactly what he needed to hear. You're a boy. Boy, don't cut me off, boy. I'm telling you, hey, look, I loved it. I don't know. That's the closest I get to a good movie on TV. Because ain't nothing good to watch on TV anyway.
Right.
That right there. Now, you know why they got to silence Kanye West, right? Because that right there it'll put a charge in young black men. You understand that they don't want that. It'll push a button, ZQ, in young black kids to want to be like Kanye West.
Right.
And they can't take that.
Right.
Because that's revolution. That's a revolutionary type of mindset to have. Although, meanwhile, the Israelite school I.S.U.P.K, we've been revolutionized. We've been like this. Kanye West ain't lost enough yet. You understand? For the men that in the Israelite school I.S.U.P.K, we lost our lives to gain a better one. You see what I'm saying? But this nation right here, they'll never stop being as swift as the eagle. And on another note, what's on the back of the dollar bill? The eagle. What was the insignia for the Rome? The eagle. What was the insignia for those European countries that they took over? The eagle. What was the insignia for the Greeks? The eagle. So guess what? Is it perplexing to you that it's the same way in America? No. These people know their history. You might not think that the white man is Esau, that the Bible is depicting. And that's you and your own ignorance. Who cares? You understand? But in reality, he is. Read.
As swift as the eagle flieth,
Mm-hmm.
a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Yeah. I mean, the way they speak, we just don't even understand it. Even when they speak English, they can speak French, they can speak German. That's a tongue we just don't understand. Okay, here's what I mean. Black people, when we speak English, we got our own slang to it, right? We don't really understand, the terms that they put in the fine print and, in the, we don't understand that crap. You know what I'm saying? The Hispanics, Tabacanadas, when y'all speak Spanish, it's a different Spanish than what the Spaniards speak, is it not? It's a you take your spirit and you put it on the language, right? Same thing we do with English. Same thing we did with French. Same thing we did with what's the other languages that we speak? Portuguese. What's another? Creole. Well, Creole is French. You know what I'm saying? It's just our way of speaking. You know what I'm saying? But these other languages, we take them, even in Greek. You know what I'm saying? You got black people in Greece, guarantee you they speaking a different type of Greek language. And it's just the spirit of the Lord's people on it. That's all. Go ahead. Read, please.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
Oh yeah. A nation of fierce countenance. When you look at our oppressor, man, he coming in a fierce manner. He coming with entitlement. He coming with, he'd rather take your life than to let you leave with that bite. Captain Tazaryak said he was having a debate with somebody on Killstream, some devil on Killstream. And that devil said that they should have left their knee on what's the brother name? So many brothers that died. George Floyd. They said that he should have left his knee on his neck for 8 seconds. instead of the seconds that it was. Like these devils don't care about you. How many times how many times you being a man gonna love a woman that don't care about you? Yet we're in a love affair with the white man, and he's showing us that he doesn't care about us. You understand? So why is it as a nation we don't grow out of loving the white? Get our head up out of his business. America is not our business. This ain't for us. Go ahead.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old.
They don't regard the old,
nor show favor to the young.
And they don't show favor to the young. You see what he did to this brother in this video. Let me play the video again. You know what I'm saying? Right here. Boom. Go here. Let me play this video again. Watch this, man.
Let go of his neck. Okay. Let go of the neck.
Record.
Let go of the
sold.
I'm recording you. Let go of the
Go ahead.
neck.
Record.
Let go of his neck.
Stole a bike right out of a friend of mine's yard.
Let go of his neck. Let go of his neck.
Look at this.
Let go of his neck. Okay, you're fine. You ain't gotta hold his neck.
No, I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it.
Come on, man.
I didn't touch it. For real, I didn't touch it.
Yeah, one of this kid over here, one of his friends stole a bike right out of a friend of mine.
Come on, man. This boy is terrified. This boy is terrified, man. This boy is terrified, man. He's scared. He's scared for his life. That's bad. Well, I tell you what, Commander Yahanna sent some real niggas over to Milwaukee, and we got intentions on rectifying every problem like this in the ghetto. Now, here's what I got to ask you: can you send me your sons? You gave your sons to the United States military. Can you send your sons to serve in the military we in? I promise you, Black Lives Matter will not be as effective as we are. The Nation of Islam will not be as effective as we are. What else? Who else we got? The NFAC, they not gonna do it. The Black Panthers, they not gonna do it. I'm telling you right now, we'll handle it. Send us your sons. I'll show you how to really fight. You understand? How to really fight. And the biggest fight you can do is stop being a criminal. Stop being such a damn criminal. You understand? Segregation was the problem. Desegregation is the problem. I'm sorry. We need to segregate our neighborhoods, man. What is a white man doing in a black man's neighborhood anyway?
Right.
To even see this crime.
Right.
He feel like he could police these kids. Why? Because he feels like I'm your neighbor. He's not your neighbor. He's not. Go ahead.
And slide you, sir, about the video. There's just a couple of things that I noticed about the video. When the other brother that's filming, he grabbed the white man's hand and took it off the brother's neck. You know what I'm saying? The white man flipped them off. You know what I'm saying? He flipped them off. That's
okay, my address is 2143 South 24th
That
Street.
shows that the white man is really keeping his hand on the neck.
Exactly.
You know, I feel on God. I didn't touch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he that was an FU to the brother that saved his brother.
Neck
right
there, bro.
Right. That's what it was.
Yeah, right in
As
the
you can
middle
see in the
road.
video right now.
Hey, y'all know, hey, look, man. Do you know his people?
Exactly.
Nobody even looking for this man's people. You understand? That shows the disrespect, the level of disrespect that they show towards our people. They don't respect you as a people, man. They don't. But soon they will. I'll tell you who does respect us as a people. Commander Yahanna in the Israelite School U.P.K.
That's right.
That's a man who shows you how to gain respect. You understand? Now, scriptures say he didn't read it again from that spot right there.
Nor which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
To the young. Now, that's not just a young kid. That's also, that boy is mentally challenged. That boy is mentally challenged. You understand? Mentally challenged, and this devil knows it. He heard how he was speaking. Who don't know that young man was mentally challenged?
Right.
This is an outrage.
Right.
This is an outrage, and guess what? don't get distracted too much about what's going on with Kanye West, and forget about what's going on in these neighborhoods. Right. What's going on in these neighborhoods it's getting worse and worse. And I was just at my slave today, and these women was in there saying, "Can't you smell it in the air? It's about to go up. Look what's happening. It's about to go up, and we got to be prepared." You know what I did? Gave them the number to the school. These are the sisters who need to be here. These sisters need to be here. You understand? Give me Psalms chapter 75 and verse 8. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's cup. This is the Lord's cup right here. Let me get a better cup real quick. One of my favorite cups out here. This is the Lord's cup. All right. The Lord's cup is being filled. You know what I'm saying? It's being filled. This is an excellent cup right here to show the Lord's cup. You understand? The Lord's cup is being mixed up. Read that scripture if you got it. Psalms chapter 75 and verse 8.
This is Psalms chapter 75, verse 8. For in the hand of the Lord.
For what?
For in the hand of the Lord.
For in the hand of the Lord.
There is a cup.
There is a what?
There is a cup.
There is a what?
A cup.
In the hand of the Lord. I'm not saying I'm the Lord, but in the hand, I'm trying to give you a depiction real quick. Let me get this cup right here. In the hand of the Lord. Go ahead.
There is a cup.
Go ahead.
And the wine is red.
And the what?
And the wine is red.
What is that talking about? What is that wine talking about? Blood. Go ahead. His anger. Go ahead.
It is full of mixture.
It's full of what?
Mixture.
What is it mixed with, ZQ?
Mixed with anger. So it's like
yeah, go ahead. What is it mixed with?
It's like, if I could, mixed with anger, fury, revenge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Blood.
Oh yeah. The Lord, he's filling this cup with blood. He's filling it with war. If you can, like I told you at my slave today, the women were saying you could smell the race wars brewing. You can smell it, it's coming. You could smell it cooking like they was cooking a cake. This is what they said out their mouth. It's like cooking a cake, and when you smell it, you know it's time. It's time. It's damn near done, right? That's what they said. They said you can smell war in the air like cake. Like cake. This is what women said at my slave today. I said, well, good night. If that wasn't the Lord, and the scriptures say that the daughters will prophesy as well. That's definitely a prophecy. Here's the prophecy right here. That war is brewing. It's on the horizon. All right, it's coming. So you can smell the blood mingle with the war, mingle with that destruction. You're looking at America. Everything. Look, World War III we're on the brink of that. You understand? Destruction, war, blood. Why do you think that is so? Is there more in the scripture? Go ahead.
It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same.
Oh yeah, the Lord is going to pour out the same. The same what? That same wrath, that same blood that you spilled, that same war, the same destruction. Go ahead.
But the dregs thereof.
But the dregs thereof, everything. The dregs is what's at the bottom of the cup. Like if you look in the wine and you pour it out, or you look in the bottle of the wine and you at the bottom and you can see the little stuff that hasn't been filtered out. Those are the dregs of the cup. Go ahead.
All the wicked of the earth.
All the what?
Wicked of the earth.
All the wicked of the earth. Who is the wicked of the earth? What's the precept I want, officers in here? What's the Not you. What are the precepts that I want? The scriptures say that the Lord is going to pour out his wrath. Read it again.
All of the wicked of the earth.
All of the who?
Wicked of the earth.
Now, find me a scripture in the Bible that will let us know who is the wicked of the earth, especially right now. Go ahead. You can quote it if you want.
Edomites.
Right, but what scripture? Quote the scripture. It's a precept that I need. Just quote it. You don't have to find it in the Bible. Quote it. Just quote it. We'll find it for you.
Obadiah.
No, that's not the one I want. We gotta get Tabak and Nas, an actual King James version of the Bible. I don't know if that's the same translation coming from Spanish that you could read on the side in English. But all right, most of it. Well, for the time's sake, you got to go to Proverbs. You understand? Where it says, "And the earth is given into the hands of the wicked." The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who is that? That's the white man. The white man is the wicked on the earth. He's the one telling you that divorce is a go. He's the one telling you that you can abort your babies. He's the one telling you that homosexuality is an alternative lifestyle that you can live and God will still love you. He's the one telling you that that pork is the new white meat. He's the one telling you what else. Celebrate these wicked holidays. Halloween coming up. Give a thumbs down for that. Thumbs down for that. Go ahead,
Slide, so I got the scripture if you want it, sir.
please.
Wakan, sir. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24.
I'm sorry, I was staying corrected. Job 9:24. Go ahead.
Slide, sir. Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Who runs the earth today? Who is the earth is in the hands of the earth is in the hands of our so-called the white man who is our oppressor. You understand? That's who runs the earth. Who dictates policy in the earth today? The white man. If Cuba does not apologize to America, they'll continue to ride in them old 1960 cars.
Right.
You understand? It's some African countries right now that understand that America runs the earth. Because they still hoping for for rice to come drop out of the sky.
Right.
It's some people right now that when America says that they're gonna put sanctions on you, hell, Russia's the number one that they know. America put sanctions on them. They said that's an act of war. You understand? They control commerce. They control the economy on a world scale. And if you don't go with what America wants, then they'll try to cut you off, them and their allies.
Right.
All right. You could drop that.
Wakan, sir. You want me to go back to the Psalm 75?
Please.
Wakan.
Let's finish the bottom of that.
Wakan, this is Psalms chapter 75, verse 8. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth, shall wring them out.
Shall what?
Wring them out.
Go ahead.
And drink them.
Yeah, they gonna everything that they gave you, they're gonna have to drink. They're gonna have to get drunk off of a different philosophy. They're gonna have to get drunk off having a missing identity. They're gonna have to get drunk off of hurt and pain and war. What's the war that we talking about? How about the war on drugs that really was the war on blacks and Hispanics?
Right.
It was a reason for them to kill us in the streets and get us up out of our homes, put us in incarceration, except for you didn't know that. Why? Because you was too damn high. Now, the war on your household. What was the war that the white man put on our household? He separated our woman from our man, put enmity in between us two, made us not like each other. How? By money or the lack thereof, and by power or the lack thereof. And by taking a system that Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 1 about the ordinances that we should always keep when it comes to dealing with how we look at life. And they disrupted that. You understand? Right. Christ said you could take a strong man's house by first binding him. How did they bind us? They turned us into criminals. They used the media on every chance they get to venomize and demonize black men and turn us into predators, super predators,
right? Drug
dealers. We know. And when we die, we get he was a criminal,
right? He
was on weed. Like Mike Brown, he died. He was supposed to be on weed, huh? He died because he was a thief. Nah, he was a family. He had a family that loved him, and we still love him to this day. We love the idea of Mike Brown. Eric Garner. He had a family to feed. Now, he was out there doing something illegal. You want to know why? Because he can't get a job. He was disabled, can't get a job. He's trying to feed his damn family. You're going to charge him for doing the same thing that the Arabs are doing in the store every single day, selling damn Lucy's. They're not getting put to death. They didn't go in there and put the damn Arab to death for breaking the law, but they did put him to death for breaking the law. Now, I'm sorry, go ahead. You want to say something?
Slightly, sir, if I could, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was a brother. It was a brother that was recently exonerated for the crime that he didn't commit. You know what I'm saying? And he got in trouble. He recently got in trouble, some minor trouble. And then the first thing they brought up, after they brought up that he was exonerated, then it was like, oh, look at he got in trouble too. You know what I'm saying? At the same time.
Come on. Come on. Forget about it. Because at the end of the day, you should never feel like you're not a criminal in America.
Right.
When we ride in the car, you understand, not me, because I know I'm not a criminal, but when the average black Hispanic man rides in the car, the thing that's on the top of their mind as they're driving is what? Go ahead. Don't get pulled over. Last thing they want to do is see them damn them cherries and them crunch berries in the back and in their rear view.
Right.
You don't want to see them crunch berries. That's the blueberries and the red berries. Anybody didn't know?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see them lights. And they're afraid of it. Why? Because they know when you see them lights, somebody was hunting you and they're possibly going to put you to death. And then they're going to say they fear for their life. They're going to get a pay raise and you're going to get put in dirt. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So I have a precept. Is this a precept that you can use for what you just said?
Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 66.
Go ahead.
And thy life shall hang in doubt.
Oh, yeah. Your life is going to hang in doubt. That's a perfect precept because you have no idea when you're going to die. Your life hangs in the balance. You have no clue if you get pulled over, what's going to happen. You could be walking down the street. Somebody say that you fit the description. The whole damn task force come and pull up on you, search you, frisk you, tell you to give you the ID, all this. And you might lose your life trying to defend your manhood, just to stand up as a man and not be treated like an animal. Go ahead.
Right. Come. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Oh, yeah. And you don't even understand. Do we have the video where the sister shot that devil? Do we have that?
Yeah, come.
Yeah, if you could. Let's bring that up. I want that too. I want that as well. Shot that damn devil. Preserving the life as everybody should. Preserve the life of a black man. You understand? That's the whole idea. No reason why you should be. What's his name? Robert A. Walkazowski. I guess that Walkazowski. Kikowski.
Come.
Yeah, Kakao. Now, what kind of name does that sound like? What kind of name that sound like? Go ahead. No, raise your hand.
Edomite.
What kind of Edomite?
European.
What kind of European?
Like Polish.
That's the one. Polish, yeah. Polish, aka known as what? Who is Kanye West up against right now? Go ahead.
Edomites.
Which Edomites?
The white Jewish.
The white Jewish man. They ain't trying to give us what you call it, is it?
Yeah, like they took that video down.
Took it down. Yeah, they leave your death. They leave your death videos. Your death videos. They leave them up. Let me see. They leave your death videos up. Ain't that so? When they shoot you in the street.
Hey, you matter. Elections matter. So vote by November.
1 second. We'll give us a second. We're trying to cue this video up. All right. No sweat. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. I think I know where we at now, but hold on. Let me get back to the stream, y'all. I want y'all to be able to understand before we even get to where we're going, why I'm even bringing this out. You understand? The idea of a Jewish white man, what he did, man, he choked that young kid's neck, man. Somebody should have been there to defend him. And in Milwaukee, I guarantee you, if we ever see it, we want to be there to defend our brothers and sisters. You understand? We want to be there to be able to protect their life because their lives matter more than anything in this earth to me.
Right.
Black and Hispanic and Native Indian lives matter so much to me that I'll lose mine to protect theirs.
That's right.
That's the type of spirit that we should have. No greater love than a man give his life for his neighbor, right?
That's right.
That's the whole point. Now, think about the era that we're living in. We're living in a time where the social media runs all, right? And you got more black men that'll pick up their cell phone, right? They pick their cell phones up and they'll record a video as if the officers don't have a damn camera on their body, and they already record. They don't give a damn about them damn cameras. A camera ain't gonna stop a beast from doing what a beast does. They don't recognize the camera. How many times? How can I say that? ZQ. How can I say that? I can say this because how many times have you seen a bear attack somebody on camera? Did they give a damn about that camera? Mm-hmm. How about a lion or a tiger? Did they care about the camera being there? A gorilla? Did they care about the camera? No beast gives a damn about a camera. All they care about is their instinct to do what? To do you harm.
Right.
So what makes you think that the number one beast on the planet, the white man, would care about a camera? You thought that he had some humanity in him, huh? That if we could just put it on camera, the only reason why we ever even got some sense of justice because of a camera is because the world gets to see it. If the world didn't, if the earth goes against, man, come on. Tabakanas, you got your hand up?
Yes, sir. I don't want to pass that, but the reason of this, they don't care about camera because they do it by survival instinct. The white man, they do it by pleasure.
Good night.
That's their nature.
That's their nature. And that's a beast, it's a beast's nature to do that. Now, these animals that attack people on camera, they're tired of being in captivity. They just want to go back to the jungle. The white man, he does this for sport. You understand? It's in his blood to just kill and deplete, and deplete the earth of everything that we got, to make sure that, you know, they don't preserve life. Now, they will preserve their own life, but your life, oh no, you're the prey. And that's what helps regular white men, you know, sleep at night. Regular poor white people can sleep at night because what? Shalom. Regular poor white people, sit over here. Sit over here. Regular poor white people, you know what I'm saying? They feel good when they go home and can kill you, put you to death. They feel good about it because now they don't have to look at you being above them. Like, they're poor, but still, if they can have the right to kill you and get away with it, then they're okay. And if you don't have that, then guess what? Then you will have more mass shootings and more terrorists. The number one threat to American society as we live it here in America is what? White people.
That's right.
White men are the number one threat on the terrorist list right now.
That's right.
For American, for at Homeland Security.
Right.
Threats on American soil. Right. It's not the Hebrew Israelites. It's not Kanye West. It's not the Black Panthers movement. Hell, it's not the KKK. It is the KKK, but it's not. Excuse me. Damn, who else thinking? Al Qaeda. It's not Al Qaeda. I'm talking about the KKK. It's not Al Qaeda. It's not none of that. It's middle-aged and young white men, who are the number one terroristic homeland security threat at the top of the list.
Right.
Because if they don't get to kill you, then they're gonna go kill everybody.
Right.
They'll listen. What you think happened when they stormed that Capitol building?
Right.
Why do you think they did that?
Right.
You think they did that because of a law? No. You taking Donald Trump, you taking Donald Trump out of the White House. Brother, you can't do that. Donald Trump made it cool for poor white trash, trailer trash, to feel better than you. And they don't want to lose that grip on that. They want to keep that. What we was just talking about Kanaya is that story with the young kid, the young disabled kid here in Milwaukee. And of course, we're actively ready to get out there in the field and do something about this. So what I want to do is I want to know that young man's name. I want to know where he lives. I want to go see him. You know what I'm saying? I want to go sit down with him, talk to him, but not just him. I want to be able to talk to the entire neighborhood. We gotta find out a way to get our foot into the neighborhoods, because that's what Commander General Yahanna wants. He wants us to be the leaders here, which we are. So we're gonna make our way into these groups, into these meetings, into these little, you know what I'm saying, forums, into these stages, and we just gonna take them over, and we're gonna show you how to fix the problem But what happened to where it never happens again? And if it does, you'll know it's an act of war. You see what I'm saying? So that's it on that. Now we're about to get into give me a scripture. Give me Matthew chapter 20 and 22. You understand? Give me that first. Matthew 20 and 22, if I could. And then somebody give me Matthew 26 and 39. And then somebody give me John chapter 18 and 11. Got to bring some scriptures out, because right now what we're talking about is that cup. You see this cup? I'm talking about this cup right here. The Lord holds a cup in his hand, though. And in that cup, the Lord has something called blood and war and revenge and anger and destruction. And the same destruction that's in this joint, it's filled up because of what the wicked is doing in the earth. And the wicked, of course, everybody knows that the white man runs the earth. He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. But your sins are in here too. All the wicked things you do. And if you don't want these sins to pour out on your head, there's a place where you need to be. That's called the Israelite School I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
But you can't be in here unless you change. Otherwise, just go to the Christian church. They got purple uniforms and light blue uniforms that you can go put on, candy cane colored uniforms. You can go put those on and think that you're going to be safe from the wrath of the Lord when he pours it out on the earth. But guess what? You won't be. Here, I can guarantee you'll be all right. You understand? Go ahead. Who got that first scripture I need? Matthew 20. All right, go ahead.
Book of Matthew, chapter 22. But Jesus answered and said,
I need Matthew chapter 20 and verse 22.
Yeah, kind of one concept. 20 and 22. But Jesus answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with? They say unto him, We are able.
All right, no sweat. Read that again from the top. I just wanted to make sure you had the right version.
But Jesus answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask.
Stop. Read verse 21.
Verse 21. And he said unto her, What wilt thou? She said unto him, Grant that this my two sons might sit, the one in thy right hand, and the other on the left in thy kingdom. 22. But Jesus answered and said, Ye know not what ye ask.
You know not what you ask. You understand? Let me help you understand. You know not what you ask, because who knows what that's talking about? I'm gonna just give you the answer. You know not what you ask, because a lot of people don't know what they asking for. Kanye West didn't know what he was asking for when he opened his mouth. You want to walk like an Israelite? We the most hated on the earth. The people who really follow Christ are the most hated on the earth. You're the most persecuted on the earth, and everybody hates you just like they hated him.
Right.
The idea of the Christianized Christ that they give you in movies and in churches and in Catholic churches and cathedrals, that's not real. It's not. So you don't know what you're asking for when you're talking about you want to be in the kingdom with Christ. Do you not know what that means to sit on the right hand, in the left hand of Jesus Christ? You about to enter into a life that you don't really want. So yeah. Now, when you want to partake in that, then here's what comes with it. You don't know what you're asking for. Be careful what you're asking for. That's why before you understand, before you get that oil poured on your head, what do we ask you? Who knows? Raise your hand. Go ahead, Trooper Canunya, newly raised Trooper Canunya. What did I ask you before I poured that oil on your head? Say it loud so people in the audience can hear you.
Are you sure you want to do
this? You know what you're asking for? Basically, you don't know what you're asking for. But if you stupid enough to do it, you foolish enough to do it, like I was a fool to do it. I was dumb. I was dumb to do it according to the standards of the world. I was stupid. I was a fool to say yes. Put that right here on the spot right here that ain't get that. Yeah, right there. You can put that oil right there. I was a fool, but I knew what I was asking for. Scripture say, ye are fools for Christ. I was a fool for doing that. And I know I was, and that's fine. Because these fools are going to learn, they're going to rule the earth they're going to rule with Christ in his kingdom on the right and on the left. So I knew what I was doing my fool ass. But guess what? I'm glad I did it. But these certain people ask for this and read what Christ said. What did Christ say? Verse 22.
But Jesus answered and said, ye know not what ye ask.
You don't know what you asking for. Go ahead.
Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of?
No, that I shall drink of. You able to drink from this cup? What did Christ have to go through? Think of all of the things that Christ had to go through. You ready to go through that? Are you ready to drink of this cup? No, you not. Because what Christ had to do was hard to do. You understand? You ready to turn your back on your family in public? You ready to turn your back on everything that the earth loves?
Right.
You ready to not be compatible with every woman you see on Facebook?
Right.
You ready to not be compatible with every woman you run into?
Right.
Because you don't eat what she eats.
Right.
You don't believe what she believe in. You won't worship that bitch like everybody else did. Are you ready? Are you ready to have your family scorn you and talk about you? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for them to turn their back on you? You ready for your children to be taken away from you? Huh? You ready to get a wife that you can't even see because you're doing the work of the Lord? Are you ready to give up sex? Because you can't be unclean to do the work of the Lord. Are you ready to give up sex as frequently as everybody else gets it? Are you ready to give up one night stands? Are you ready to give up that weed? Are you ready to give up the smoking? You ready to give up the alcohol? Huh? Are you ready to? Are you ready to give up attention, vain attention? You ready to give that up? Everybody got to be the center of attention, don't they? Are you ready to give up the riches? Are you ready to give up the $2 billion that you got? Are you really ready to do that? Because that's what you have to do to drink of the cup that Christ is about to drink. He drinks up.
Right.
You understand? You're gonna have to give it up. And what did Christ say about a rich man? It ain't nothing worse than a rich man, because a rich man does not want to sell all he has or give all he has to the cause and just follow Christ. The rich man doesn't want to do that. It's easier to go through the eye of a needle. It's like a camel will have a better time trying to fit through the eye of a needle than for you to go through what we go through. Think of that needle, the eye of that needle, everything that we had to go through to get to drink of this, what Christ had to go. I'm telling you, to get in the kingdom, you got to go through the eye of a needle.
Right.
You got to go through hell.
Right.
To get to where we got right now.
That's right.
Now imagine a camel having to go through that. That's your rich man. He don't want to go through no Halloweens and no birthdays. He don't want to go through no strip clubs and no chains and no jewelry. He don't want to go through that. He don't want to go through not having the cars. He don't want to go through not having the status, not being worshipped like he's a god. You understand? He don't want to give up the family that you lost. He don't want to give up the land that you lost. He don't want to give up the house and the cars that you lost. Why? Why do that? Waka Flocka passed by the camp in Chicago. A brother just tried to hand him a flyer. He said, "What's this? This Israelites?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Nah, I want that." You want to know why? Because he know what happened when you start talking about being an Israelite. And if you didn't know, now you know. Look at Kanye West. Kanye West just said he's a Jew, just like the white man is a Jew, and that he just don't want to be blackballed in the world of making money. That's all. And the white Jew said that's anti-Semitism to even ask for the money to ask for the same thing that we give each other. Oh, hell no. You want to know what? The best way to fight racism is with racism. The best way to fight segregation and financial segregation, and the best way to do that is to fight it with the same thing. That's fine. Racism works. Let's make it work for us. Go ahead.
So like I said, what you just said was so heavy. You know what I'm saying? Racism to beat racism is with racism.
Mm-hmm.
But a white man would tell you to beat racism, you gotta beat it with love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Love will conquer all.
Right.
But yeah, they making all the money, you know what I'm saying, impoverishing your communities, locking you up, 2 million, you know, putting you in jail.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta beat racism with love.
Right. Yeah. Meanwhile, that's so heavy, man, what ZQ talk about, man. Because as they tell you, you know what I'm saying, to love, and that's how you beat racism. They didn't get us into slavery by love. They didn't bring us into slavery with love. Go ahead, priest.
Yeah, what you say, is strong enough. Think about, how they go out, and kill niggas and Hispanics and speaks. They don't do it by law.
Right.
They do it by hate.
Right.
By racism.
That's the point. And racism. That's how they do it. They keep us down by racism because they have the power to dictate the laws that keep us down. That's the point. And then they demonize us all on social media, all in the earth, all on the news. It's damn near the best propaganda that they ever could have. And guess what else? They didn't take Mexico. They didn't take Texas away from Mexico. They didn't take California away from Mexico. They didn't take New Mexico and Arizona. That was all Mexico. All that. They didn't take that with hugs, brother. They didn't take that with love. Love everybody. They didn't take that like that. You understand? They didn't destroy Black Wall Street where blacks and Hispanics were living in comfortability. They didn't take that with love. They didn't fight our success with love. Trayvon Martin didn't die from a hug, brother. You understand? Rodney King did not get beat up with hugs and kisses. What are we even talking about here? Mike Brown and Trayvon Martin, they died from something totally different than love.
Right.
Philando Castile, he died. Laquan McDonald, love ain't what killed them.
Right.
They didn't kill him with kindness.
Right.
They killed him with bullets.
Right.
And hate. You understand?
Right.
No restraint. You got to hate somebody to just take their life like that, They hate you. Everything about you, they hate. You understand? Go ahead, ZQ.
Con, sir. It was just like when it was his brother that got shot by police one night. Mm-hmm. He had his hands up. He got shot. The brother was like, "Why'd you shoot me?" Right. He said, "I don't know.
I don't know why I shot you. I don't know." Now, come on. And you ask now, if the police walk up to you and ask you if you got a warrant and you say, "I don't know," what do you think they're gonna say to you? It's okay. They're gonna show you what you better know. You don't even know you had a warrant. We're gonna find out today. But now that cup is something that you don't know what you're asking for. Read on.
Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of? And to be baptized with baptism that I am baptized with?
Now, what's the baptism that Christ is baptized with? Who knows? What's that? Well, first of all, what's baptism? Kanunyi, do you know what the baptism is? No. Yes, but no. Go ahead.
Learning the rules that is for us.
Give him a hand. That's what the baptism signifies teaching, what you're taught. What makes you, what actually cleanses you? What cleanses you? Is it water that cleans us? The word is what? What we getting taught, right? So that baptism is are you able to be taught what Christ is taught? Are you able to do that? Because Christ was baptized by what he knows. And guess what? It comes with fire. This ain't John's baptism. Yeah, Christ went through that water, but Christ also went through the fire. Remember we went through that? Right? Remember that? You remember the baptism breakdown that I gave you? Was it about water? Was it about taking a shower? You can take a shower. Go ahead. What was it about?
Fire is metaphor for the inside of your body by speaking the word which in the scripture.
That's the point. That's how you get purified. Are you what Christ is saying? You ready to get purified like I got purified? You ready to go through what I went through to do this work? Of course, a lot of people are not. You understand? You're not ready to go through that fire. Christ's baptism is baptism is with fire, not water. You understand? And it hurts to go through what we're going through. Go ahead. It hurts for some people to see their children not get a Christmas gift and to be disappointed. A little badass little baby. Look, Raphael. My friend said that they got man, I don't give a damn what your friend got. Who cares? Well, I just it hurts to see that, man. It hurts to see your kids not have what they want, huh?
Right.
Man, fuck them kids.
Right.
Salaki. I'm sorry. Salaki. Cat won't call me after this. The bar mafia king said it on live. Excuse my French.
Right.
To hell with them kids and what they want. You know what I'm saying? And that's figurative. I'm not saying we don't care about our kids. We just don't let our children oppress us with what they want. You understand? When it comes to being in opposition to the scriptures, being in opposition to this fire, being in opposition to what we learn, and what we learn with the law, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead, read on.
They say unto him, we are able.
Now, when I ask Kananya, are you able to take this oil? This oil signifies you lost your life. You lost it. Your life is done. Tobogganized. When you got that oil on your head, you didn't understand what I meant, did you? You understand now, don't you?
I understand now.
Okay. How about you, Rapayala? Did you understand? Somewhat.
Yeah.
Somewhat. But when you start living in the fire, like, okay, we understand that if you stand in fire, you're going to get burnt, right?
Right.
You understand that, right? Now, does it really, now, staying in that fire, now, did you think that you had to stand in that fire? Think about standing in that fire. Everybody jumping out of that, ain't it?
Right.
You had to get in a pot where they got the bowl. You trying to get up out of that, or you going to sit in there and just sizzle? You going to sizzle? No, you going to try to hop up out of that. Anything hot touch you, what's the first thing you're doing? First thing you're doing is getting away from it. It's the same thing spiritually here. You didn't realize what you was jumping into. You was jumping fresh out. What's that saying? Fresh out the water into the frying pan.
Right.
That's what you was jumping. You ain't understand. Man, that's a good expression for right now what I'm teaching. That's an excellent expression. Thank the Lord for that one. You hop fresh out the baptism water in the Christian church into the frying pan of the Lord. That's what you did. And then once you hop up in that, you try and get up out of that. These hot coals you walking in. So guess what? They said, we are able. Y'all said that y'all was able to take this. Now, ain't no falling out the truth. I pray you understand. Falling out of truth meaning you falling into death. Figuratively and physically. People that died doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you said you was able. So guess what we did? Pour that oil right on your head. And then we said them prayers before the Lord. And that made it a blood oath. That was a blood oath. Read.
23?
Yes, please.
And he said unto them, ye shall drink indeed of my cup.
You shall drink. That you're gonna indeed get everything that I had. What did Christ say? Is the student better than the master, than his master? No, exactly what they gave me, you about to get it. You will indeed get it then. Since you said you wanted it, I'm giving it all to you. So don't be perplexed when all this bad stuff start happening to you. Happen to Christ, you ain't no better than him. Go ahead.
And be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
but to sit on my right hand and on my left is not mine to give.
That's why we tell you, when you come in the truth, endure to the end. The Lord will decide if what you did was good enough. So when we dealing with the officers that we have as officers in the Israelite School I.S.U.P.K, you better do what you can do above and beyond. You understand? Above and beyond. Know that you ain't here to please the man. You here to please the Most High. He's the one that's going to be telling you what you get in the end. Go ahead.
But it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father.
Of who?
My Father.
Of who?
My Father.
That's the point. The Lord's cup. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. Now, who else holding something else for me?
You said Job, what?
No, not Job. John 18 and 11. And I also said, give me Matthew 26, 39.
But then you said after that.
That's it.
So I have John 18 and 11.
Hold that. Give me Matthew 26. 26 and 39 of Matthew. Come on, Akeem, quickly.
Okay.
Go ahead, you got it? Read it.
Yeah, it's book of Matthew 26, verse 39. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying,
Well, this is the same thing. This is just another account. You could drop that. Just give me that John. Salak.
This is John chapter 18, verse 11. Then said Yahanna to Peter, put up thy sword into the sheath.
Do what?
Put up thy sword into the sheath.
Let me get that with you. This is one of the heaviest joints, man. John chapter 18. Let me get to 11. Read.
This is John.
One second. Read verse. Man, it's just a heavy one, man. Read verse 5.
This is John chapter 18, verse 5. They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus said unto them, I am he.
Yeah. Man, this is how you got to be. When they come and ask you, hey, Kananya, when your family asks you, you an Israelite? You with the I.S.U.P.K, huh? You with the Commander Yahanna? Christ said, they asked, are you Jesus of Nazareth? You that nigga from the ghetto? He said, what? I am he. When they come and ask you in the U.P.K, don't be talking about some, well, yeah, nah, man, be stand in this. Stand up in it. Go ahead.
And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them.
Oh, yeah, stood with them. That's how you want to say it. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. You understand? Well, that implies that he was on the opposite side. He couldn't hold that fire. That fire, he hopped up out of that and betrayed him. Go ahead.
Verse 6. As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backward.
They what?
They went backward.
Uh-huh.
And fell to the ground.
They went backward and fell to the ground. Good night.
Verse 7. Then asked he them again, whom seek ye? And they said, Jesus of Nazareth.
Wow, man, now look, this is a breakdown I got to get. Why did they, was they scared? Go ahead.
Yeah.
They feared him. Did they fear him? Because why else would they be like, is this? And then they found out it was him, and then they fell, then they went backward and fell to the ground. Go ahead. Read verse 8.
Verse 8. Jesus answered, I have told you that I am he.
Good night. I told you that's who I am. It's like damn, they ain't really want to have to lay hands on this man. Go ahead.
If therefore ye seek me, let these go their way.
Now, he said, if y'all want me, just come grab me up. Now imagine the men that was around him. Maybe this is why they was afraid. The men that was around him wasn't some soft vaginas. You understand?
Right.
Maybe they was really some generals. You understand? Imagine you being the police and they come up and say, man, we looking for Commander Yahanna. We looking for Commander Yahanna. You Commander Yahanna? He said, yeah, that's me. But he got them angels around him, them other generals. Y'all ever been around him? You ain't been around him yet. You'll understand. You'll understand one day. Hopefully at the Lord's Passover, you'll get it. And you ain't even gonna want to go around them. You just gonna really want to just shalom from a distance. Because the way they guard it, you ain't gonna want. If you had to arrest Commander Yahanna, you wouldn't want to do that. If you was the arresting, you wouldn't want to do it. You'll be looking for are you sure that you're Commander Yahanna? You're looking for his answer to be, no, I'm not Commander Yahanna. That would make your day. You know what I'm saying? But no. And then Christ said, well, let's go ahead and get it on. Let's do it. You came for me. And let's get it. Get it. Let's do this. And they mind, we finna die. Go ahead, read.
Verse 9. That the saying might be fulfilled.
Go ahead.
Which he spake. Of them which thou gavest me have I lost none.
That's right. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Then Simon Peter having a sword drew. Then Simon Peter having a sword drew it.
Good night.
And smote the high priest's servant.
Now, that's the equivalent of all them generals having guns, right? When you come to get Commander Yahanna, and they pull a gun, they draw it and use it. You understand? Read.
And cut off his right ear.
Go ahead.
The servant's name was Malchus.
Go ahead.
Verse 11. Then said Jesus unto Peter, put up thy sword into the sheath.
Imagine that. Imagine you pull out your gun, shoot a man in the ear, and then you hear somebody say, you hear your Ottawa say, man, put your sword, put your gun away, man. Put your gun back where it's at. Put it back and holster your weapon. Go ahead.
The cup which my father hath given me.
The what?
The cup which my father hath given me. Shall I not drink it?
I know I'm supposed to die. Shall I not die? The Lord told me that I need to die. Should I not do my job? You want to keep me from doing my job? He really checked Peter. Why did you even do that? He was like, this is supposed to happen. Am I not supposed to fulfill the prophecy? You understand? That's the cup. The cup is this. You are to die the same way Christ did it. You understand? Now, here's the good part about it. Because he died, you get to live. Your old man, that's what dies. The new man, he lives to do the work of the Lord so that our king can come back and rock this shit out. That's the point. You understand? That's why, you understand, that cup that you drink, are you really ready for it? Because listen, brother, you might lose a wife. And I know we all done had wives and we lost some. What Jay-Z said, you lost one. Yeah. Story of a champion. But this is how it go. You might lose a wife. Who in here lost a wife before? Who in here will lose some more? Who in here will lose their wife if they had to? I'll let it go. If I had to. That's the cup. Now, if it was some cowards in here, when I asked that question, I ain't ready to lose my wife. They ain't trying to go back to Pamela. They know Pamela is that number one wife. You know what I'm saying? She gonna always hold it down. Now, to keep moving in the right direction, you can drop this. Now, I'm gonna pull up this video as to what we're supposed to be doing as a nation. You understand? Because honestly, this is the beginning of us doing what we need to do. You understand?
Come on, come.
Let me pull this up.
Oh.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I could have sworn we had something in Job too.
No, we didn't. But don't even sweat it. We off that. We going to the next joint. Let me play this. Let me play this video. It's already, I think it's already full screen. Hold on 1 second.
Cell phone video captures the end of a long altercation outside the Liquorland gas station in Independence. Off-duty firefighter Anthony Santee is on top of 23-year-old Javon Taylor, a woman with a gun demands Santee let Taylor go. Later in the video, she fires a round.
The argument, the fighting was like around 10 minutes, so it just escalated from there. So that's
Take it back. So now what you looking at?
Cell phone video captures the end of a long altercation outside the Liquorland gas station in Independence.
This sister right here.
Off-duty
It's not
firefighter
about
Anthony
now.
Santee.
She don't have a phone out. This sister does not have a phone out. She has a gun out. Somebody else is recording this, not her. She know what time it is. Now, if she don't do something, she's gonna watch her husband die, another black man die at the hands of a white man, and the white man will get off.
Santee is on top of 23-year-old Javon Taylor, a woman with a gun demands Santee let Taylor go. Later in the video, she fires a round.
the argument, the fighting was like around 10 minutes, so it just escalated from there. So that's how you can tell it was a bit tragic the way it escalated.
It's two parts of this video that I want to talk about. First, let's talk about this part, right? Let's talk about the part where this sister defended, you know what I'm saying, her husband. Now, this sister, I ain't seen as much bravery in a black man ever. Huh? Yeah, I ain't seen this much bravery in a black man ever. All these brothers are doing is picking up the camera and recording, even while they're the ones in the situation. Not her. She just raised the bar on being a man in this type of situation. Don't pull out your camera to defend your loved one. Pull out your weapon to defend your loved one.
That's right.
Or do the best you can to intercede. And I'm not ever gonna stand around while I watch. I don't give a damn if it's the police or not. I'm not about to sit back and watch you die. Nah, it's not happening. You're not a criminal. I love you dearly. I'd rather take your place before. And now listen, here's the thing I love about the UPK. We ain't just talking about it. I pray you understand. I'm not just talking about it. When you bury me in linen cloth. I don't need all this. I don't need to go out. You wear these. You become an officer, you can have these. You can have my headpiece. You know what I'm saying? Get this to my son. You know what I'm saying? This vest, ZQ, you can fit it. You got it. You know what I'm saying? These diamonds in my ear. Rapayala, I know you like diamonds. Take them diamonds. You understand? But don't bury me in none of this. Bury me the same way they bury my king in linen cloth. I don't want to die with none of this. Have them wrap my body up. You understand? Put me in the casket. You don't have to come see me. I see you right now. Or just cut out my face. Cut out my face. Let everybody come see me. Close the casket. Drop it in there. And that's that. Shalom. But let my reputation live on why I died. I died defending the life of the Lord's anointed. You understand? Please let that go down in the history books. Every time I'm at camp, I think like that. Today is the day I came to die. I came to die today so that my brothers can live. That's the point. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'll die here today and you can live. Just do me a favor. Don't leave the fucking truth. Don't leave the truth after I gave my life for you to live. Don't do that. That'll be an insult. Now, do y'all understand that? Y'all feel that, don't it? Now let me give you one greater. Our king did die. He didn't have to talk about dying. He died so that you can live. Don't betray the truth and leave the truth like a sucker because he died. You can read how he died. It's in the Bible. You can read how he died. It's in history. It's outside of the Bible too, how he died. It's there. You can find it. He died the same way. I'm telling you. Look at me. You see me? Y'all love me? Guess what? I got love for y'all too. Better than I ever known in my whole life. Love for you, brothers. If I was to die so that y'all can live, I know you'll understand. Now, take that. Replace me with Christ. He did die. This is the cup. You understand? Now, he did die, so you live in the truth until you die and teach everybody that you encounter about the truth. You understand? Everyone. That's the point. That's how you honor him. All right? Now, let's watch the rest of this video. I know we're running out of time. Let's watch the rest of this video, though, real quick.
Friends say Santi loved his daughter, his family, and the outdoors. They say he was known to stand up for what he thought is right.
He was protecting and being the person that he is, dying. Of course, he died a hero because he loved helping people.
Loved ones are in disbelief.
Did you hear what they said? Let me run it back one more time.
Protecting and being
outdoors. They say he was known to stand up for what he thought is right.
He was protecting and being the person that he is.
Friends say Santi loved his daughter, his family, and the outdoors. They say he was known to stand up for what he thought is right. Friends say Santi loved his daughter, his family, and the outdoors. Friends say Santi loved his daughter, his family, and the outdoors. Friends say Santi loved his daughter, his family, and the outdoors. They say he was known to stand up. Friends say Santi loved his daughter, his family, and the outdoors.
Stop. Now, let me. Wow. Who wants to give a guess on why I played that over and over like that? People say he loved his daughter, his family, and the outdoors. Why did I play that? Go ahead.
Because he loved the outdoors, meaning he was a wild man.
No. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Slugging. So you kept playing that to emphasize, you know what I'm saying? That's a tactic the media use, you know what I'm saying? He was on camera trying to kill a man, and then he got shot for it because the sister got off for it. You know what I'm saying? And then the propaganda, the media trying to use, look, he loved his family. You know what I'm saying? He was a kind man. He did the right thing. But, you know, that's the hypocrite. That's the hypocrisy of what we just seen in the video. We seen in the video him trying to murder a man.
Exactly. They try to do what they don't do for you when you die. When you die, they dehumanize you. You understand? What they did was they humanized him. But we saw that he died as a criminal.
Right.
He died in trying to kill someone else. That's called attempted murder.
Right.
He was not justified to kill this man or even to use deadly force. He's not even an officer. He's a fire officer. He doesn't fight people, he fights fire. Go ahead.
And she got off because he was trying to kill the man.
He was trying to commit murder. You're right. Yet they didn't paint him as the end. You see what I'm saying now?
Right.
The news should have said today, like they say on when it's against us. Today, a thug lost his life. A thug tried to kill a man who loves his children, who loves the outdoors, who loves his family. He also loves bowling. He was spending time with his wife, and some thug came and tried to murder him, and his wife did exactly what she should have done, and she murdered, and she protected her husband by killing the aggressor, by killing this animal who tried to snipe his life away from his family. That's what the news should have said, because that's what they say when it's us, right? These thugs, they tried to rob the store and got shot. Ha, 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 that's what they deserved. Give it up for the person who defended this business and shot and killed this thief. Well, guess what? This white man tried to snub the life and steal the life of this beloved brother, and his wife wasn't having it. His wife wasn't having it. She was a superhero. Give it up for her. She was a superhero because she had the balls. Now, think about that. Think about that. This woman had the testicular fortitude that you brothers don't have in the world, and stood up and defended her husband, and you would have pulled out a camera.
Right. And watched him take his, so if I could,
Go ahead.
And watched him take his life.
And watched him take the life of this brother.
It's like it. So ain't that what happened with George Floyd?
That's exactly what happened. There you have it. Now he knew. See, ZQ was an excellent officer because he knew where I was going to go back with this. That's not what happened with George Floyd. Black people pulled out their phone and watched him lose his life on camera. Guess who else that happened with? Eric Gardner.
Right.
Eric Gardner. That happened with Eric Gardner.
Right.
A black man pulled out his phone and watched Eric Gardner die on camera. Tabakanaj, you want to say something?
That's exactly what I has been thinking about. Those numerous uncomfortable videos they show up about with the same thing, you know. Police officers or even regular men, you know, killing our people down the street, and everybody just watching about. And I say, why? Today, I don't know what is going to happen if I see something that happens physically in front of me. I don't care if I don't have a gun. I can get me stone or stick right there, but believe me one thing.
It ain't happening on your watch.
Like that because my blood, I feel like it's boiling, you know, when I can see something, you know, like that.
Damn right. Give him a hand. Now, that shows you that, guess what? We do have hope. You understand? We got hope. We got hope in our nation because that shows you that black people still love black people enough to preserve their life. Now, what I don't want you to do is go out, to go outside, or anybody who's hearing my voice, I don't want you to go incite a riot. I don't want you to go looking for police to kill them. That's not what I'm saying. I don't want you to go looking for a reason to kill somebody. But if you're ever faced with the situation where you can lawfully defend yourself or protect the lives around you, you better stop thinking like a slave. Stop thinking like a slave as if you don't have the right to defend someone who is about to die. You understand? Because you do. You have the right to do that. And white people do that all the time. What happened? Now, let me ask you a question. How did Trayvon Martin die? Trayvon Martin died because a white man took the law in his own hands. And what he said, he was defending what? His neighborhood. He thought that this was a thief who was coming to do something, or to somebody who was coming to do bodily harm, and he pursued this man. Don't go pursuing people. But if you're ever put in the position where you have to defend somebody's life, do it. And you be a hero. Right. This sister was a hero. She understood what it was. She didn't overreact. She didn't think wrong. She did exactly what she was supposed to do as a licensed and legal, you hear what I'm saying? A licensed and legal operator of a firearm. You understand? She begged this devil to stop choking her husband. She begged him to. She begged him to do that. And this is the part of the video where you should have saw the news should have degraded that white man exactly for what he was. They should have graded him for what he was. And if they would have judged that paper the right way, he would have got the right grade. That white man was murdered. He was killed defending the life of a person that he was attempting to murder. He was a criminal. Nothing more, nothing less. But of course, what did the news say? He loved his family. He loved his daughter. They're humanizing him. He loved the outdoors. What did he love to do outdoors? Right? Like, who gives who? Huh? If they say you love the outdoors, the first thing that you're thinking in your mind when you say you love when they say a black man loved the outdoors, what he like going outside. Now, outside to us is different from outside to white people. Outside to us is going to the club. Right. That's going outside. Am I making this up?
No.
When you say, hey, where you at? Hey man, I'm going outside tonight. You going outside to do what? Camping? What are you going outside to do? You going outside to do what? Hunting? No. Well, we be on the hunt. We just ain't on the hunt for what they hunting. We on the hunt for something different. And so we're not going to melt marshmallows and make s'mores. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to the club. We're going to the bowling alley. We're going to a restaurant. That's outside for black people. You see how we speaking the same language, but it's different. He loved the outdoors. We love the outdoors too. They just say that we uncivilized because the outdoors we like is to go to somebody's establishment, get some drink in us, and she gonna shake her tail on the dance floor. Go get on that. That's outdoors for us. You understand? Am I making this up? Now, the media failed. They failed to do blacks and Hispanics at justice for once. The one story that we could have had that would have gave us the strength that we needed to know that we're not criminals out here, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. They dropped the ball. Let's see some more about it. Let's see some more of them humanizing this goddamn animal.
They say he was known to stand up for what he thought is right.
He was protecting and being the person that he is.
Listen, little Miss Lily White lady, he was not standing up protecting anything. He thought that he could do the same thing that all white, frustrated, middle-aged men do. Hunt our steps. Give me that scripture, man. They hunt our steps. That's in Ezekiel, I believe, 35:5, somewhere around there. Or Lamentations 4 and 18. Yeah, they hunt our steps. Go ahead, sis.
They couldn't bring up charges against them, so what they did was they dropped the charges against them for when they had took the couple to jail, but they still charged the boyfriend for carrying a gun.
Oh yeah, well, there you have it. They still found a way to demonize the black man.
Outdoors, they say he was known to stand up for what he thought is right.
He was protecting.
He looks like a bully.
They say he was known to stand up
He
for
looked
what
like
he
he's
thought
been
is
bullying
right.
people his whole life.
Protecting and being the person that
Let me tell you
he
something.
is.
You see how this white woman looks? I'm glad she looks like that. I'm glad she gets a chance to act now she's equal. Now she understands equality. This is equality. This is equality because let me tell you something. Philando Castile's wife had to sit in that car for I think about an hour or some change, and his daughter had to sit in the same damn car when he got murdered. And Philando Castile was a father. He loved the outdoors and he loved his people. And he died just like, and now she understands what Philando Castile's wife understood that day when he died on camera. Now she understands. Now we're equal. We're equal now. This just made, now she understands how it feels, how every black woman feels to lose their man.
Right.
To her, this is a tragedy. This is a travesty, and this is a tragedy, and it's absurd, and nobody should have to live like. Now you get to see what it feels to live like a nigga. Welcome. Yeah, the disgusting pain on her face. Yes, taste it, because guess what? That was who can finish this for me? Who can finish this for me? If you can finish this for me, I know you was listening to the class. What she got a chance to drink, I don't want to give it to you. What she got a chance to drink, Ezekiel, I know you know. But what was the lesson about today? What she got a chance to drink was what? Go ahead.
From the Lord's cup.
Give him a hand. Now the wicked was able to do what? Experience what we drink every day. It wasn't no tequila, sis. It wasn't that good tequila that we sipping sometimes. What'd you be sipping, sis? That Apple Crown. It wasn't no Crown. What'd you be drinking, Rapayala? Whatever you can get your hands on. It wasn't that. It wasn't vodka, Canunya. It wasn't no damn tequila. But what she got to drink was the Lord's wrath. Now she gets to live without her husband, the same way millions of black women have to raise their sons by themselves, have to raise their children by themselves, because some white animal, some white beast decided that they was going to snub your life away from you and steal your life and get off with the murder. Freddie Gray's, the people that killed Freddie Gray were gangsters and criminals and beasts, and they got off with it. They got away with that. Go ahead.
But she still didn't feel the right for us though, even though her man got killed. She thousands of black people get killed every day.
That's true. But what she's doing on her pillow right now, brother, she's crying. She gets to share some of that pain that we get every day. And you know what somebody's going to do? They're going to get her GoFundMe account. You understand? They're going to give her millions, because this is what white people do. This is what white people do. This is what Kanye West is trying to get everybody to understand that we need to do. We being the Jews, if you was to lose your life tomorrow, we starting a GoFundMe account for your wife. And in 3 days, she's gonna be up in the 100,000s, or she gonna be in the millions, because our heart goes out for what happened to our slain brother. You understand? This is what Kanye West is fighting for. He's fighting for exactly what the U.P.K has been fighting for since, I mean, come on, Abba Bivens, since slavery. You understand? Since the boats. And now she does get to, we equal now. Mm-hmm. She equal to a nigga now. Right. Now she gets to wake up and, I thought I heard, girl, I miss him so much, I thought I heard his voice. She gets to, let her get some of that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. Except for her husband was the criminal. Right. Her husband deserved to die. Right. Sisters, y'all husbands don't deserve to die. They deserve to live. You understand? That's right. That's the point. And with that, pass the class over. Precinct officer, Zaquan. And hold on 1 second. Before you even get to them announcements, let's get some more of this white anguish. Let's get some more of this white anguish.
Of course, he died a hero because he.
And don't get it twisted. Nobody should die. I think everybody should live. Don't get it twisted. I think we all should live. Everyone who's on this planet, all the ants, all the trees, you understand? All the whale, all the shrimp, everyone should live. But the number one person that should die, they bought it for themselves. They purchased it with their own hands. And that is the white man that the Bible speaks of. That is your oppressor. Right. He bought and she bought this. Right.
Loved helping people.
Loved ones are in disbelief about what happened. A witness tells KMBC that Santi.
I'm damn near trying to. Now I want to investigate the fires he fought. And I want to get into it. Go ahead. Limitations 4 and 18. I want to find out if he's ever had black fires where people died. And I want to know how many white fires where people died. And I want to charge him for all their lives too. Go ahead, Tabakana.
Sorry, I might make a remark about this,
Go ahead.
From the beginning, Genesis 25:27, they say Esau was a cunning hunter, right? Mm-hmm. And then, when we go to the book of John 8:44, it say, he was a killer from the beginning.
Right.
So, and that's what we're talking about today, the same people, supposed to be the devil, which is Esau, right? Even until today. He promised, he was going to hunt, his brothers forever.
Yeah, right.
Here we are today.
And I mean, good night. If the white man ain't Esau, I don't know who is.
You heard a man disrespect a woman cashier, and
he stood up. This happened at the liquor store. Not only was he a firefighter who was a murderer and a criminal, but he was an alcoholic too. Come on, man, get a little hand. Yeah, he's an alcoholic. Yeah. Another drunk dies. There you go.
For her. Then the argument began. Police say Taylor grabbed a gun. The woman outside fires the fatal round.
It's a horrible thing to happen at such a young age. It's mind-blowing right now.
Chris Arzola. Is this a devil or is this his best friend is some brother? Arzola. Is it Chris Arzola? some whitewashed Native Indian or some whitewashed Hispanic brother, just like all you whitewashed black brothers who just love Esau's filthy draws. You just sniffing all the, can't say that because we got kids in here. But at the end of the day, get your head out the white man's ass. You understand that?
I'm just still in shock.
You're in shock. Shock. It's not. You're not in shock that he was trying to murder somebody. If that was a real friend, like I'm gonna tell you right now. Let me tell you something. I know people that I grew up with that I love dearly, and they died exactly how they should have died. I'm just keeping it 100 with you, and that's just listen. The wages of sin is death. It's just that you can't just go around robbing people all day, every day. You wake up to go rob somebody. Then when you die and get shot, you think I'm finna go to your funeral and cry. I'm supposed to go to your funeral and play church with you. One thing I ain't never did was, and actually I tried it once. I tried to do it. I felt stupid. I just walked out the church. I tried that Holy Ghost dance one time. They say that confession is good for the soul. I tried it once in the world. I tried it, and I felt like God was looking at me like, "You stupid. There's nothing in here that I'm in. Nothing." And I walked out of there. And I never went to another church ever again. I can't. I did. And when the next time I went to a church after that, a Christian pastor tried to take some oil and put the crucifix on my head and make me fall down. And before she did that, she walked up close to me and was like, "This is where you fall out at." I told her, I said, "I don't want you to touch me at all. You can do whatever prayers you want to do. Just do not touch me. I'm not playing those games." She did it anyway, and I moved the hand. After she tried to do it again, I moved the hand like this with a little force. Then I acted a fool. Then I tell you, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm not playing church in here. I walked out of that one. I think that was the last one I ever went to. That was it. So, listen, I say all that to say this. This man was a violent criminal, and his friend obviously got some violence in him too. And probably watched black people die. And I don't even know. I don't even see a brother in his eyes. At the end of the day, I'm not crying for no criminal. You understand? Now, I do cry for the Lord's people. But listen, let me tell you something. If you want to go out there and live like your daddy, the white man, in John 8:44, and he was a murderer, you're going to get murdered. You understand? You understand? And that's just that. So with that, if there's nothing else, ain't nothing else in here? Nothing else? All right, let me play this.
Santi chose to be a firefighter to help others.
We did it to help people. You know, there was a lot of things, you know, he could have done.
They hope his daughter knows how much he cared.
And if she can hear this, I just want her to know how much he loved her.
Yes. Yes, if your daughter can hear this, I want you to know that your father was a criminal and he died a criminal. He died in the act of attempted murder.
He really, really loved her, and all he ever wanted to do was protect her.
And if you love and want to protect your children, stop being a criminal. And with that, pass the class over to prison officers of Kwan.
All right. We are the I.S.
Go ahead, yeah. All right, no sweat.
We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment.
Please pay your tithe. Please do it.
Numbers 18, verse 21. Malachi 3, verse 8 through 10.
And look, if I could, all brothers, no matter who, if you're in the Israelite school or UPK or not, just send your funds in, man. And if you care about what Kanye West is doing, Kanye West is doing that because of what we've done since 1969. So send your tithe in here. A rich man is saying what us poor priests of God are saying. Send your money in so we can help support this nation and build it up. Go ahead.
Means tenth in the Hebrew. By I.S.U.P.K. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you.
Even if you got fruit, just send it in. Just let's see what we can do with it. If tithe ain't money and you got fruit and you want to send it in, and we'll see what it does. We'll do something with it. Just send your 10% in. I don't give a damn if you send 10% of clothes in there. Just send it in, 10%. Oh yeah.
Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you will like. The upcoming Holy Convocation is the Feast of Dedication, Hanukkah, which is.
Let's go to the website. Check it out on I.S.U.P.K.com. All of the feast days, high holy days are posted. Do you a little bit of work, do a little diligence. If you want to know all the details in your city near you, go to I.S.U.P.K.com and find out there on our calendar. If I may take this time to let you also know that on November 18th, the Israelite School UPK under Commander Yahanna will be going to the Menominee Reservation from 1 to 5. We'll be doing a winter gear and provisions giveaway. It's the second time we did it. Big up to my brother Amungabar and his wife Maraka Pot for all that hard work they've been doing. Every brother that's been doing what they got to do to help this man. Send your money in. There's a GoFundMe. If you go to I.S.U.P.K. Res, you know what I'm saying, on Facebook or on Instagram, you'll see how you can, you know what I'm saying, support the cause. It's not free, man. We sacrificing a lot to get out here and do this, man. If you want to do your part in helping these brothers on this Native Indian reservation, just go ahead to that GoFundMe, you know what I'm saying, drop some of that money, drop some of that cash into that bucket, man, and that we could just help these brothers, man. They hurting out there. So if you have a heart, do it. If not, don't do it and say you did. Shalom. Go ahead.
The next feast is a feast of dedication, Hanukkah, Saturday, the 17th of December.
Get ready for it. We're going to Chicago for this one, y'all. Saturday, December the 17th. We'll be there. Now, I want y'all sisters in Milwaukee, man. Y'all got to set it off up in this mug. Set it off. I want y'all to cook the best dishes that ain't nobody ever seen. Don't put your foot in it, though. Please, no. Don't do that. Go ahead.
If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. That being said, this is for the Amadian.